I wanted to take a moment to identify each of the pieces and show you some of the features of the hardware that's included with your accent drum set. Now the first two things you're going to look for are these. These are the two pieces of your snare stand. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the bass, not too far, just enough so that it's stable, and gently tighten that. You don't want to over tighten it or you could damage it. Second thing, you're going to put the basket in the bass, tighten it, and you're going to bring these arms down. This is the basket that's going to hold your snare drum. Now for adjustments, you've got this for a larger drum, and you bring it up here for a smaller drum. So you've got a lot of range there. The other thing we've got is adjustment of the angle of the basket. So let's put this aside, grab another piece. The next pieces we need are these. These are the two pieces of your cymbal stand. So very simple. We're once again going to open up the bass, not too far. Try not to over tighten it. And then we're going to put the top in. Now, you're only seeing two, but there's actually three sections to this. You've got a third telescoping section here, so that you can really adjust the height with these two. The tilter, give you a wide range of motion here to get this thing right where you need it. Your cymbal is going to go as soon as I get this off. Your cymbal is going to go right in between the two felts. Put the cymbal in, put your wing nut back on, and you're ready to go. So we're going to put this aside, grab the next piece. These are the two pieces of your throne. This is where you're going to sit when you're rocking. So with the throne, we're going to spread out this tripod, which operates a little bit differently than the other ones. It does not have a wing nut, but it will stay in place. And we're simply going to take the top, put it on, and if you wish, you can tighten that down. Now there is a height adjustment as well. It's not quick, but it's very effective. You're simply going to take this wing screw off. So you've got a wide range of height adjustments. So what you're going to want to do is pick the height that feels most comfortable to you. Put your screw through. And then we are going to reattach the wing screw. And you are good to go. Make sure that the height of your throne is not too low because you don't want your legs to be tilting back from the knee. You want to be at least even, if not a little bit higher than that. It'll just make for a much better playing experience. And so off to the next piece. All right, our next piece is the hi-hat stand. Now our hi-hat stand is probably the most complicated piece in the entire setup, but it's relatively easy if you take the time to look at each individual part. Now this is the footboard. To put the footboard in place, put these metal pieces in the holes, and then as usual, we're going to take the tripod, put it in place. I prefer to make sure that the base is touching on the ground, and you can actually have a little spur that can give you some additional grip on the bottom. And then you tighten that wing nut into place. Now, with the top of the hi-hat stand, you can't just put it in like this because there's a rod that's got to be put in place. So what you need to do is take this rod, screw it in, and once you've got that all the way in there, then you're going to take this tube, put it in place, tighten it down, not too tight, and then you've got your hi-hat clutch here. Now, obviously there's no cymbals on there, so let me walk you through that real quick. The hi-hat cymbals that come with your set are actually identical. With some higher end hi-hats, you're going to have a top cymbal and a bottom cymbal. These are identical. We're going to put one of them on here, facing up like so, and then your other one is actually going to go on your hi-hat clutch. So, to operate your hi-hat clutch, you're going to loosen this little guy, take out this felt, and then, this is the trick, if you've got it in your hand, you've got to put that cymbal like so, replace your felt, replace this guy, put it on there, and you're good to go. To adjust the opening of the hi-hat, you simply depress the pedal, you close this wing nut here, and there you go. And you can go higher if you wish, depending on your playing style. So there you have it, there's the hi-hat stand. This next piece of hardware is a super important piece. It's the bass drum pedal. Now the bass drum pedal comes collapsed so that when you go to store it in your hardware case, it can store very flat like that. When we put this thing together, what we're gonna do is we've got these flexi pieces on the footboard. We're gonna attach them to the bass, very secure there. Next thing we've got is the beater. The beater goes in here. You can actually either use the felt side or the plastic side, depending on what articulation you are looking for. And that attaches right here with these two screws, and you're good to go. Now on a bigger drum, you can actually adjust this to be higher. On a smaller drum, you can go lower. And those things are also going to affect the leverage on the pedal, the way it feels. Now, the biggest adjustment we have as far as feel is concerned is with this spring right here. That will really change it from going from a real loose action to a tight action. So let me show you what I mean here. We can adjust this like that, and this is going to make the spring much tighter. It's going to take more force to get that pedal going. Or you can loosen this all the way back. Secure this threaded washer, and you've got an easier, looser feel. And again, it's all personal preference, and this is something that you're going to discover as you continue your journey as a player. So, got the pedal ready to go. All right, the next piece of hardware we're going to deal with is our floor tom wigs. There are 3 of them, and what we're going to do is we're going to take them, put them in these floor tom wig brackets, tighten them down. Now right now, we're kind of guessing where they go, but we're going to do our best, and I'll show you how to fine tune that in a minute. And 3. The floor tom actually does sort of have a front and a back. The badge is actually going to be facing away from you. And so these 2 legs, you'll notice, are actually closer together than this one here, and it's for stability. And so if you want to lean the drum towards you, you do that right here. So, and this is probably the most stable position you can put this floor tom in. So we're really pretty much ready to get set up. So let me grab some stuff, and I'll meet you back here in a second.